Hello students, today just we will start our new topic, that is nutrition in amoeba. Our chapter name is nutrition, or we can say life process, in which just we are studying about nutrition in amoeba. Today just we will study how does nutrition take place in amoeba. Amoeba is an aquatic, unicellular and eukaryotic organism. In amoeba, there is no any fixed shape. Means we can say they have irregular shape. Amoeba feeds on bacteria, diatoms, and small pieces of protozoan and other organic substances. In amoeba, holozoic type of nutrition takes place, and in holozoic nutrition, 5 steps are present, in which first is called ingestion, second is called digestion, third is called absorption, fourth is called assimilation, and fifth is called egestion. First was ingestion and last was egestion. This is the difference. So holozoic nutrition is completed into 5 steps. One by one, just we will discuss. First topic is first step is ingestion. You know what is ingestion? The process by which any organism take food inside its body is called ingestion. In amoeba, for the process of ingestion, there is no any particular organ. In it, the process of ingestion takes place through the general body surface by the process of diffusion. And we can say this process is called phagocytosis here. Now, just we will explain how ingestion takes place in amoeba. When amoeba reaches to the food or to near the food, or we can say when food comes in the contact of the amoeba, then amoeba surrounds that food with the help of pseudopodia, and at that place a cup-like structure is formed. That cup-like structure is called food cup. You are seeing here, this is the food particles in prey. When amoeba reaches to the prey, then amoeba extends, or we can say yes, extends its pseudopodia and surrounds that prey by forming a cup-like structure, and this cup-like structure is called food cup. After that, amoeba touches both the ends of its pseudopodia. Here, this is the pseudopodia, touches both the ends of the pseudopodia, and the place where both the ends are touched, the plasma lemma which is present there gets dissolved, and finally that food particles or prey enters into the body of the amoeba. So we are seeing here, in amoeba, the process of ingestion takes place through the general body surface with the help of pseudopodia. Now we will see second step, that is called digestion. You know what is digestion? The process in which complex and insoluble food materials gets converted into simple and soluble form is called digestion. In amoeba, the process of digestion takes place inside the food vacuole. This bag-like structure which are seen here is called food vacuole. Now, just we will see, in amoeba, intracellular type of digestion takes place. There are two types of digestion. One is called intracellular and second is called extracellular. What are the meaning of intracellular digestion? When the process of digestion takes place inside the cell, it is called intracellular digestion, and when the digestion takes place just outside the cell, that is called extracellular digestion. Since amoeba is a unicellular structure, it means it is made of single cell, and digestion takes place inside that cell, so it is called intracellular digestion. But in our body, the process of digestion is completed into the alimentary canal, but outside the cell, so we can say in our body extracellular type of digestion takes place. In amoeba, enzymes which are required for the process of digestion comes from the lysosome, which is present in the cytoplasm of the amoeba. All the enzymes which come from the lysosome enter into the food vacuole, and inside the food vacuole they start their function. The process of digestion first starts in acidic medium, and after that it ends in basic medium. The acidic medium of the food vacuole helps in killing the prey, whereas basic medium starts digest different types of protein which is present in that prey or food. According to some scientists, inside the food vacuole, or we can say in amoeba, for the process for the digestion of protein, proteinase enzyme is present. For the digestion of fat, lipase enzyme is present, and for the digestion of starch, amylase enzyme is present. Now we will see about absorption. According to some scientists, absorption process does not take place in amoeba because it is a unicellular structure. But we will discuss about it also. After the process of the completion of digestion, food vacuoles starts to move in the cytoplasm due to the streaming movement of the cytoplasm, and during that motion, the digested food material which is present inside the food vacuole comes into the cytoplasm, means comes just outside into the cytoplasm and spread in the cytoplasm. Now we will see about next step, that is called assimilation. During the process of assimilation, the digested food materials which comes into the cytoplasm gets oxidized, and during this oxidation energy is released, and this energy is utilized by the amoeba to do various activities. Some amount of that digested food material is stored in the body of the amoeba in the form of glycogen, whereas some amount of digested food material is utilized in the formation of protoplasm. Next, means last stage is egestion. What is egestion? Listen, the process by which undigested food materials gets removed from the body to the outside is called egestion. And in amoeba, for the process of egestion, there is no any particular organ. In amoeba, the process of egestion also takes place in through general body surface, and it takes place always in the opposite direction of the motion, whereas ingestion takes place in the direction of motion, whereas egestion takes place in the opposite direction of motion, and it also takes place through the general body surface. When amoeba moves in a particular direction, then due to the weight of the food vacuole starts to move in the opposite direction. You are seeing here, and when that suppose that amoeba moves in that direction, then that food vacuole due to its weight moves in the opposite direction, and when it touches the plasma lemma, what is plasma lemma? Cell membrane is also called plasma lemma or plasma membrane. In case of amoeba, just we use the term plasma lemma. So when that food vacuole touches the plasma lemma of the amoeba, then food vacuole with plasma lemma gets ruptured, and all the undigested food material comes out from the body of the amoeba. And after that, this plasma lemma means after rupturing the plasma lemma, they gets we can say after means we can say when rupturing process takes place, then after rupturing reconstruction process takes place, and which prevent the outflow of the protoplasm. So in this way we are seeing here how does nutrition process take place in amoeba. After that, just we have to study about the nutrition which takes place in the body of the human being. In a human being, we have to study about digestive system. What is digestive system? The process of digestion takes place in the alimentary canal, and the process of digestion enzymes are needed which are secreted by the digestive glands. So we can say alimentary canal, digestive glands, and the process of digestion all are collectively known as digestive system. In this way, or we can say in this topic, just first of all we will discuss about two types of glands, exocrine gland and endocrine gland. There are two types of glands which are present in our body, in which one is called exocrine gland and second is called endocrine gland. Here we have to study about exocrine gland, but first of all just I am going to differentiate between them. Those glands which releases hormones are called endocrine glands, and those glands which releases enzymes are called exocrine glands. Second difference. Endocrine glands have no duct, so they are called ductless gland also, whereas exocrine glands have their own duct. Third difference. Since endocrine glands have no duct, so they send their secretion to the target place through the bloodstream, whereas exocrine glands have their own duct, so they send their secretion to the target place through their duct. So these are the differences between exocrine gland and endocrine gland. So next day, just we will start from digestive gland, and after that we will study about alimentary canal. Okay, for this, for today it is enough.